What? Just after a sound like a beetle banging off the walls filled the room. The spirit mirror was knocked out of Natsu's outstretched hand. Like, I knew there had to be some kind of turnaround, but wasn't expecting that. It fell to the floor, and the stake flying around the room pierced through it with a crash.
傲慢なルシファー、ここに。久しぶりの獲物が古ぼけた鏡一枚だなんて、私を愚弄するにも程があるわ。ルシファーさん。ベアトリーチェ様、試練の遂行を逃げられます。
Honestly, I kind of expected it. Like, I didn't know what the turnaround would be, but I was thinking like, so I was sitting here wondering, like, obviously with Kanon's situation, I knew that Shannon would absolutely be someone who would step up for him to protect him, so that, you know, they could continue through this trial together. You know, because originally the whole thing was between their two respective couples, and you know, Beatrice was just kind of tagged along here. So obviously I knew no one from the main competition was going to step up for Beatrice here. I guess I should have expected the stakes coming through. Now that the spirit mirror, her last ray of hope, had been smashed, and the number of strange demons had increased, Natsu could do nothing but run for it. However, if she made a scene and people gathered, the anti-magic toxin would burn Beato. Now was her last chance. Once again, Beato choked the thin air. This time, she wouldn't let her escape. She had to end Natsu's pain right away before it got too drawn out. But her power wasn't enough. Though Natsu scratched at her neck, she also struggled to escape from the room. Her shaking hand stretched out to the lock on the door. A closed room is one of the concepts that allows a witch to be a witch. Just unlocking the door strengthened the anti-magic toxin a little. Since Beato was at her limit, even within a closed room, if Natsu undid that lock, Beato's power would weaken immediately, and Natsu would surely escape into the hallway. Their strengths were matched. However, Natsu's began to surpass Beato's slightly. The power of the living to live is fundamentally stronger than the power of magic. Of course, Beato was mustering all her might. However, Natsu was just a bit stronger. Hell yeah, she was. Okay. Not what I expected. I did see that as a possibility, alright? That is something I thought about as a possibility. I'm like, is there a chance that, you know, Badler steps up for her? But I kind of wrote that one off. I'm like, no, he's not partaking in the competition. Why would he step up, you know? But okay. Okay.
Lucifer. Yara.
Joey!
Lucifer transformed into a stake, and like the time she had smashed Natsu's spirit mirror, flew violently around the room. Then, she struck Natsu's forehead. Natsu crumpled slowly. When Beato saw this, she also fell to her knees, breathing hard.
ねえ、ゼパル、これってありなの？ベアトリーチェは自分の力だけで試練を成し遂げている。
そうだね、フルフル。確かに試練は誰の助けも借りずに成し遂げな。
でもね、ひょっとしたらそれ
愛する二人は互いで一人だもの。これは手助けじゃない。
What?
バトラさん。
Okay.
たかだか第一の番からハラハラさせるな、お前は。
True. True. Obviously, as the game master, he would have to step in and be like, whoa, we can't fuck up the mystery right away, goddamn.
申し訳ございません。追いつけを守らなくて。
追いつけ？
その部屋でおとなしくしていなくて。
Beato hung her head apologetically. When he saw this, Badler scratched his head uncomfortably.
それを言ったら俺も言葉を選ばなかった。
いいえ、お父様。いえ、バトラさんは何も悪いこと。
いいぜ、好きに呼べばいい。
Huh? Yeah, no, what? Butler had always looked at the new Beatrice sternly. However, that was gone from his expression now.
確かにかつてのお前は、俺は最初お前にそれと同じ呼び方を求め、しかしお前はベアトだが好きに呼べばいい。
バトラさん。
そうだな、その呼び方がいいね。さすがにお父様は俺の趣味じゃねえぜ。
What about Daddy? Earlier, she had hesitated just to say Badler's name at all. If Badler had told her to say his name without honorifics, she couldn't have done so right now. And even if she had, that might have hurt Badler even more. However, now she was allowed to call Badler by his name. You just had to look into her eyes to see how happy this made her.
ゼパルとフルフルに聞いた。おかしなゲームが始まっているようだな。
勝手なことをしてすみません。
いや、そういう無軌道で何を始めるかわからないところもそれにそのまあゲームの趣旨も聞いてる。二人一組で挑むのが正しいことになってるらしい。
yeah. I've heard about the theme. It's pairs, right? Yeah, we're just two homies, yeah?
その通りです、バトラ卿。
もしも見事我らの試練を勝ち残り、
我らはあなたたち二人を祝福し、魔法の奇跡を授けましょう。
こいつらがベアとの黄金蝶のブローチに力を与えてたら、だからその効果は保証済みってわけ。俺とお前の腐れ縁もたまにはこういう遊びがあってもいいだろうぜ。
バトラさん。
Okay.
おや、聞いたかい、フルフル。
But then who's number 6?
バトラ卿も試練に参加するようだ。
驚くには値しない。だってこれは最初から分かっていたことだもの。
ようこそ我らの試練へ、バトラ卿。ではあなたは誰を生贄に？
Okay. So that was part of Beatrice's thing, but now Badler has to do his own.
俺の仕事は確認するといい。
Badler's already done it. He found out what the game was. He's like, oh, I gotta go murk someone. Alright, BRB. Man took care of his shit. Then he's like, oh shit, Beatrice had a problem. Alright, let me just go help out. Alright, you know what? I dig that. Badler's like, alright, now it's your turn. Nah, I already did it. Huh? Nah, I already did it. You think you gotta question the game master as to whether or not he can pull something off? He's like, yeah, no, I did it. Go ahead. You can go peep it. I already did it.
かしこまりました。さあ、フルフル、確認してこよう。
Now, who would Badler pick? Like, all of them seem to have like some reason, you know, except for Jessica, who just picked at random. All of them seem to have like some reason for going after a certain someone, you know? I wonder if Badler had a reason. I gotta imagine Badler of all people would have a reason, you know? Other than just like, I'm the game master and I have to play the game.
これで愛し合う6人はみんな試練を成し遂げてしまったわ。次はどうすればいいかしら。
6人の覚悟は本物だ。さらに次の試練で試すとしよう。
The two noisy demons disappeared. They'd apparently left to go check on the sacrifice Badler had killed. And also, so that Badler and Beato could finally look each other in the eye and talk, could have some time alone. Oh ho.
ここまでの物語はいかがですか？
When suddenly asked this question, Angie immediately came to her senses. And she realized that she'd been immersed in Hachijo's tale. She felt a bit defeated and tried to look displeased.
愛の試練云々でちゃっかりと6人が死んで第一の番を構成してるわ。うまいものね。
ありゃ、 こいつは気づかなかった。
Moxa clapped his hands as though he'd been outsmarted. Even though he figured it out before me, he played the fool.
愛し合う恋人たちの数がたまたま6人だっただけのこと。それが第一の番とうまく合致したのは偶然半分。その方が運命的で面白い。
人間は無意味な2つの事象を無理やり関連づけようとする悪癖がある。
Is that a dig at the reader? More specifically me, and I'm just not realizing it.
それを運命的と読み解かせるのが読み物の騙しでしょ。
Or is that just a
お
generalized
嬢は
statement?
ディスティニーとかミラクルとかそういうのに冷たいタイプらしいですな。
UFO と同じよ。誰もが知ってるけど誰も見たことないものだわ。
そいつはクールな例えだ。
といつもの私なら愛だの幻想だのはミステリーには不要な無駄なシーンねとは、それはおこのぎさんに否定されたわ。そういう愛のない見方だけでは真実に迫れないってね。
はあ、おこのぎの旦那の殺愛がなければ見えない。
それ人の家族を物語の中で勝手にあえてこの物語を書いた八条先生に敬意を表して言うなら、その何しろこれだけの文章量を割いて散々愛だの試練だの語ってる。つまりこれがこの物語のテーマでありキーワードだってことになる。
おや、赤インク以外で書いた文字は全て読むに値しないとまで言い切る御人も多いという。光栄なるかな人の子よ。黒い文字も読んでくれて。
物語は書き手が何かを伝えるために書く。そしてそれはどういうわけか、直接書いたら無粋という愛がなければ真実に至れない云々という描写はこれまでの作品にも品質するわ。
True. You'll never reach the truth without love. Interesting. Interesting choice of phrasing. You know, obviously the whole "without love it can't be seen" line has been repeated over and over again, but now seeing "you'll never reach the truth without love," that's the way that sentence is phrased. It's interesting.
それがこの新作ではさらに顕著。書き手が一番伝えたくて考えてほしいのはそれってことになるわ。
When you think about it, there have been many scenes about love ever since Beato first appeared. Even the first time she'd appeared before Shannon, she spoke clearly about how love was the single element of the world. And the golden butterfly brooch she had given was also an item for love. She said that she enjoyed sowing seeds of love and watching complications arise. And when Shannon stopped borrowing her power, the reason for her argument was also love. After her interactions with Badler started up in full, scenes about love were toned down for a while. But the "without love it cannot be seen" definition of magic has been mentioned repeatedly. Then, in the tale right before this one, when Beato became like a doll, several scenes made it seem almost as though Badler and Beato had accepted each other as rivals, or possibly something more. In the end, Badler had regained some memory, and his impression of Beato had undergone a complete change. And then, in this game, from the beginning until now, the word love has been repeated over and over again.
あなたが書いた物語は、でもそれはマリアお姉ちゃんの主張でも八条東也の主張だわ。
そうです。それこそがそして私なりの答えなのです。
答え？じゃあつまり12年前の事件は全ておかしな悪魔の愛の試練で引き起こされた。
バカバカしい。私はあんたの恋愛小説を読みにここまで来たんじゃないわ。
I don't know. I'd appreciate a good romance novel.
私が知りたいのはあんたが至ったと自称する真実よ。
愚かなるかな。これだけ文章を割いてまだ伝わらないと
No,
いうの
as
で
a
すか。
matter of fact, I don't. With an obviously condescending gaze, Hachijo shrugged. It was clear that she was trying to provoke Angie. She's probably hinting that Angie should just go home if she was annoyed. If you're going to read my noble work and not even attempt to see whether you understand it, then get out. Normally, Angie would already have thrown a fit and left. However, she couldn't do that. Though she didn't like someone else toying with her family's fates in a story, she was growing increasingly certain of something else as she read through it. Just as Hachijo's followers said, this tale really does have the same presence, the same scent as the tales written by Beatrice. The author was certainly different. However, because it reached to the real truth, it had the same scent. Angie was beginning to acknowledge this. Hachijo Toya was one who had reached Beatrice's truth. An endless witch like Beatrice, who could add to the endlessly stretching parallel worlds of the cat box.
ベアトリーチェの真実に私でなくとも新たな物語を紡げるでしょう。今回の原稿をもってきっと私以外にも真実に至るものが必ず現れる。そのものもまた新たな物語を紡ぐ資格を得るのです。
どんどん無限の魔女が増えていくわ。
そう、そして何人もの無限の魔女たちがベアトリーチェの猫箱の物語を増やし、増えれば増えるほどまた新たにそうすることで、一番最初の無限の魔女ベアトリーチェがあれだけの枚数の手紙に物語を記してボトルに詰めて海に投じた労力が初めて報われるのです。あなたは私に怒りの言葉をぶつけ、席を立つこともできた。しかしそれをしませんでした。なぜ？
悔しいけれど、あんたの物語の中に何かの真相、もしくはヒントがあることを認めつつあるからよ。
I already have my own ideas. However, that's no more than looking with a single eye. Unless I accept a different viewpoint from my own and look at things from more than one angle, I'll never be able to see the truth in 3 dimensions. That's my interpretation of without love it cannot be seen.
それでよい。人の子よ、後ろ宮家の最後の無限の魔女になることを運命も待ち望んでいるでしょう。私という存在など、あなたという真のエンジェ、ベアトリーチェ。
Sometimes I don't understand what she's saying. However, she knows something. And maybe she actually has reached the truth, as she claims. In other words, I didn't learn the truth even after reading the two message bottles Beatrice left behind. And now I'm reading tale after tale filled with hints. Okay, so they're implying like the first 2 were like the real ones, right? And that now the last 3 through 6 have all been like, fake stories that have just been twists that, give us hints as to what the truth 1 and 2 were trying to tell us. And I don't know. I don't know.
これはヒントという名の挑戦であり、挑発なわけだわ。
That's the problem. I'm not good at thinking. Like, obviously, do I have like ideas and theories in my head? Yes, but like, is there any like concrete theory I have where I'm like, because of this, because of this, because of this, because of this, I believe this? No, it's just like, the circumstances around that guy, kind of suspicious. That guy, that guy, or like this guy. After some stuff I've seen, I'm thinking maybe this guy. But like, I can't pull any clues or hints to be like, look at this. You see this? That guy. Or you see this clue, this hint, this thing here? That guy. I don't fucking know.
いかにも。
Call me a fucking idiot all you
上等じゃ
want.
ない。
I don't know.
あんたがたどり着いたという真実を、やはり私はここに訪れるべきだったんだわ。
その通り、未だ至れぬから私が招いたのです。
Yeah, you're right about that one.
人の子よ。
Let the truth I see and the truth you see overlap. Just as you see things with a single eye, so do I. Now that I found you, I can finally see the truth with both eyes. What? What? Huh?
ようやくすくすく眠い展開でした。
片目に目やにがついてるぜ。
どこに？
ふん。
いい加減なこと言わないでください。
お望み通り、まずは第一の番だ。
Very interested to see what number 6 is. I'm guessing because it wasn't shown on screen, like my biggest idea is that it's Kinzo's corpse that they did something with. Well, actually, okay, if we think about it. The first one was Ava, then it was Kyrie, then it was Rosa, followed by Maria, who happened to be with Rosa, and then next up was Nazi. Right, so it feels like they're picking off the people who were, you know, taking a break from the conference, right? And Maria only got caught up in it, I'm guessing, because she wanted to go see Rosa for some reason. She left the guest house to go see Rosa. Like, in actuality. To be honest, like, oh, in the magic world, she sensed her mom was dead and appeared. Aha, I'm the witch. But, like, for some reason, she snuck off to go see Rosa and unfortunately got caught up in it. So if we're going off that, so all that's left in the family conference now is Hideyoshi, Rudolph, and Kraus, right? All the fellas. Well, it is really that, isn't it? All the fellas are still there. Wow, have they really not killed off a single dude? They haven't, had they? Ava, Kyrie, Rosa, Maria, Nazi. They haven't killed off a single dude. Interesting. But yeah, if they're picking off the people who took a break at the family conference, all that would be left is Rudolph, Kraus, and Hideyoshi. My guess, if I had to just guess, obviously my first instinct is to think Kinzo and that's his corpse being, you know, mutilated somehow. But if I had to guess outside of that, my guess would probably be Hideyoshi. Because then, you know, you're left with, you know, the two siblings, Kraus and Rudolph, to come back and realize something's amiss. Maybe so, maybe not. Maybe it's someone else. Maybe it's someone completely different. Maybe it's Goda. Maybe it's Goda. Maybe Battler and Goda are in cahoots. And if he makes it look like Goda's dead, convinces people that Goda's dead, then Mr. Oh, I'm not in on the whole bit that Kinzo's, you know, still here, but he's actually dead bit. Maybe it's Goda. Maybe it's Goda. Mayhaps. Anyway, Eriko's dozing off on her bed, so when a knock sounded on the door, it took some time before she noticed. She looked at the clock and saw that not much time had passed since she had lain down.
Hi. どちら様ですか?
Or maybe it's just a whole string of misogynistic murders and it's like Kumasawa is dead.
こんな時間に探偵の部屋をノックするからには相応の理由。そうだ。今回のゲームを始める前に一つ。
ああ、例の好きにするがいいぜ。
いいえ、勝負のレートを上げようということで。
勝負のレートとは？
Whoa, raise the stakes. Nah, let's keep the meat on level ground here.
面白そうなこと言い出すじゃない。どういうことよ。
簡単な前回のゲームはバトルだから今回エリカが一本を取ってもいい。
前回のゲームは引き分けだったのでは。
勝って当たり前のゲームを落としたのよ。あんなの負けでなくてなんだというのよ。ねえエリカ。
私が無様を晒さなければ勝てて当然のゲーム。
ははーん。つまり今回わざと探偵宣言を出さないことでわざと不利に戦い、それでも勝ってみせちゃって。
Okay. That's interesting. And the detective proclamation, is that just announcing that they are the detective, therefore they're entitled to the, rights of the detective? They can search, anywhere and anything. They can interrogate anyone they want, all that. They can completely investigate any crime scene they want and all that. So she's gonna forfeit that. Interesting.
前回の負けを帳消しどころか大逆転にしようって魂胆ね。
バトラさんの渾身のゲームにそんなおかしな身の程知らず以前に失礼です。
そうだな。むしろ負けた時の言い訳にするための保険にすら聞こえるぜ。
確かにそういう見方もある。勝てば大勝利。でも負ければ言い訳可能なんてちょっとエリカ側に虫のいい話だわ。
大丈夫よ。ちゃんと書けるものは今回のゲームに探偵宣言なしの人間で勝てればバトラたちの魔女幻想は粉々の再起不能。でも逆にエリカが負けるようならこのゴミクズ探偵は忘却の深淵に最悪のかけらと一緒にぶち込んでやるの。
Yeah, put on a brave face there, Erika.
公平でしょ。探偵という超人でなくただの人間が魔女幻想を打ち破るという最高の勝利。それと引き換えに自身の破滅をかけてるわけ。私はかつてのベアトとあんたのゲームみたいにだから勝負のレートを上げて一気に勝負をさせるわけ。
Okay, but clearly we're not settling it. Because I know there's 2 more episodes after this one.
まあ確かにそうね。今回のゲームをバトラが通しちゃったらベアとのゲームにバトラが勝利したことになりゲームは終了してしまう。ある意味逃すことのできない決戦だものね。
言い分は分かった。エリカはそれでいいのか？
もちろんです。前回の敗北で失った主よりの信頼を取り戻すために。
お前の意志なのか？
どうしたのエリカ、答えてあげなさい。
Ooh. Ooh.
当然です。私の意思です。私は絶対に探偵宣言なんかなくてもあんたを必ず打ち破ってみせます。
バトラさん。
お前がそうしたいと言うならその勝負を受けてやる。
ありがとうございます。受けたことを必ず後悔させてやりますから。
思えばバトラだって人間側だった時はずっと探偵権限なんて便利な力は許されてたのは青き真実と復讐要求だけ。
そういうこと。ある意味前回のゲームのそれで勝ちを落とすのだからそれは負けと全く同じ。
好きにしろ。今はそれを保留していると理解しておく。
誰が宣言なんかあんた程度の相手に。
では始めなさい。私の退屈は。
Oh, poor you.
お任せを
Suck a
我
fat
が
one.
主。必ずや魔女幻想を打ち破ってご覧に入れます。